Smile, you are on
Wow.
camera.
I'm just shuffling all my news notes.
Okay. Hey, who's that girl?
Hey. Hey. Here we are, live.
I'm just waving at a few people.
Waving. I am jet lagged. Full disclosure.
You know, I actually
discombobulated,
I kind of
sure.
thought about it, and I actually think that you traveling and the 9-hour difference, I think that is harder than me going to Australia.
What do you mean?
Well, as far as the jet lag thing goes,
I think supposedly coming back, it's not supposed to be as bad.
For you, but for me, it's bad.
Oh, coming back.
But I will say, because like generally we would leave at 11 at night, right? Mm-hmm. And get there their time at 6 in the morning. Well, I'm just saying, if you can manage to get some sleep in there.
That's the thing.
You get there at 6 in the morning.
You can't, I don't know of anyone, unless you're flying. No. If you are paying a lot and flying first class where you can lay down and sleep, right, then you're good. But yeah. So we flew Icelandic Air, and they don't even have that ability. Like you can't even.
Like there's not even a first class. Okay.
So, but anyway. So yeah, no, sleeping didn't happen.
So you left Minneapolis at what time?
Last night?
No, to get there, to go to Iceland.
Oh, it was the standard when you fly to Europe. They usually, I think, try to get you out in the evenings so that, you can
And then what time do you get there in the morning? What time is it their time?
We got there in the morning and started the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's maybe how they do that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
did you bring your Lumos thing?
I did. I used it.
Yes, because they turn the lights out right away on those flights.
Yeah. Yep. I used it, and that was good. So, and we were flying north. There was absolutely no nighttime on the the whole time.
Okay.
I did notice that on the airplane, because I didn't pull my shades all the way, and so I was peeking out. It stayed light the whole time. It was like.
Did you see any pretty skies?
I think so. I can't really remember.
So I am Linda. This is Sue. We're at the Yarn Bar in Billings, Montana.
Hi. And
Sue has just arrived back yesterday from a Icelandic cruise.
I was on a cruise. Yeah, I circumnavigated the island of Iceland, land of volcanoes and ice.
Land of explosions.
Yeah. So it was a pretty amazing experience. It was a really nice overview of Iceland, and so much of the life there I think does involve the sea. So being on the sea was, I think,
you mean
kind of made sense.
Most of the economy is based on the sea?
Yeah, fishing. Although now I think the economy is
a lot of
tourism has become the number one thing in Iceland. But
which I think is kind of sad, really. I mean, it used to be such a cool, rare find, but now everybody's going. But they're not going for the reasons that knitters are going.
I think there's some knitting happening. It's the only place I've ever traveled, and I haven't traveled very much, but where I saw a lot of hand knit sweaters for sale. And so that's wonderful.
And they all felt like this?
They were using Icelandic wool. Mm-hmm. There were some machine knit things happening too, but a discerning shopper could tell. There's that little seam
discerning, there. Yeah.
So, but it was fun. I think my favorite activities all involved a bit of a walk. Like, you start to feel a little bit sluggish, but we hiked to the Arctic Circle.
Wow. How far is that?
We landed on the Isle of Grimsey Island, which has 20 people living on it, and I think the whole thing was like 4 miles around or something. Anyway. So we walked in the rain, I will say. It was a very soggy walk. And we got lost. We took in some extra miles.
So you went on your own?
It was weird to get lost. I mean, it was not everyone in the group. partook in that activity, but those who did, just about all of them actually got lost. I think part of it was the rain or whatever. There were a lot of puffins. We saw puffins.
You saw tufts of wool.
Puffins. I saw tufts of wool. I saw some Icelandic sheep on that hike, and then we found the Arctic Circle. It was pretty amazing.
But how do you know?
They have this big orb, this big monument thing that they actually have to move because the Earth rotates. So the Arctic Circle.
Is it like just actually, I'm assuming, just the edge of the Arctic Circle? Because you didn't get up that far.
Yeah, we crossed the Arctic Circle. And then the ship's captain, because the ship also made a big deal about like blowing its horn when it also crossed the Arctic Circle later that evening. And then the next morning we woke up and we got a certificate and so we crossed the Arctic Circle.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
So I think that is a big deal. But the walk was fun. But also on this little tiny island with 20 inhabitants, there was a tiny little gift shop full of Icelandic sweaters. And I visited with one of the ladies who had knit some of them. She said all of hers had already sold. But she was an older lady. Her daughter lives on the island. But she was telling me she liked to use, she uses Lopi. But she also likes the Pluto, the Pluta,
and then the Ella Fosse look.
Nope, she didn't. There were some really heavy sweaters. She likes the ones that are in the plate,
right?
And so she spent quite a bit of time explaining to me how to use that.
Okay, which is going to be handy in just a minute,
right? And she talked about the plate also. It allows a knitter to just knit something as heavy or as light as you want it to be without even really thinking. I mean, you just like pulling off whatever you want from that unspun. It was cool. I would have had to like video her and get the whole lowdown on how, because she showed me how to wrap it up and make it so you didn't have to pull from the.
I know. I remember seeing something where you just try to lightly pull it off because you don't want to just yank it off like we would do on a regular ball.
So, and I learned that all of the sheep, we had another tour, we had some great tour guides, and he used to farm and now he's doing some guiding, but also he is a animal welfare manager or something. He works for the farm, whatever. But he said that the sheep spend 6 to 7 months every winter in a barn inside. They're sheared before they go in.
Because it's so cold, you mean?
Yeah, for their welfare. They go inside. So they had just finished lambing. There were lots of little lammies just frolicking, even in the rain. Yeah, and like trotting along the road. And they're small sheep. But he said that most of the Icelandic sheep are for meat. And he said Icelandic lamb is the best.
Huh. Was that served at all on your boat?
It was served on the ship. I did not have any, but bless you. But anyway, he was impressed with my questions about Icelandic wool and the shearing and stuff like that. Anyway, it was fun. I got us a little sheep thing.
I thought it lasted longer.
I don't know, maybe it's broken. They say me. Yeah. So anyway, but it was fun. I will have stories forever from that. So we want to give away 3 balls of Let Lopi to our winner.
Yep. And so, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you make a comment, you'll get entered into a giveaway. And this week's giveaway winner is Cindy Gable.
Cindy Gable.
So you won 3 skeins of Lopi yarn.
Yeah.
I feel like you already have a few of those in your yarn stash.
Know about Lopi.
I feel like you've got a few little projects going in there.
And if you want to choose 3 different colors, you sure can.
You can.
But I chose these because the sky was assorted shades of gray.
50 shades?
Lots of beautiful greens in Iceland. They do have a very strong elf troll culture.
cool.
Lots of folk tales, I think. We heard some of them. One of our guides was like, I'll tell you a story. She said, it's not a very happy one. It was...
A story of a troll? That's not
There was a folk tale. I can't even remember it.
Well, try to remember, and I want to hear it.
It involved, somebody dying and a waterfall. But beautiful, beautiful place. And a really nice pace of life. And one of the guides, a beautiful Icelandic girl, young woman, was talking about the halibut industry. And she said, well, in Iceland, she said, summer is really just a state of mind. Because it was a gray day. It was a little bit.
Is that their summer? Were you there?
Oh yeah, there was summer? There was no.
That was summer.
There was no nighttime.
But I mean, you're there during summer.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm saying.
Northern Hemisphere,
right.
so summer, and a summer's a state of mind.
Do they barbecue there?
Probably some of that lamb. No, it was, and the actual Icelandic food I had was really good. Did not try the pickled shark or fermented shark or whatever. That's sort of a delicacy. But French fries with mayonnaise. And in the grocery store, I love going in grocery stores and other places, but tubs of mayonnaise, fresh, like in the refrigerated section. And cod liver oil.
Okay, my grandma used to give that to my dad every morning, a teaspoon of cod liver oil.
And we stopped in Reykjavik, like before we boarded the ship. There was this there was this brunch thing, and so in a Reykjavik, a really nice hotel, like there was like little shot glasses of cod liver oil.
Really? Like, you mean like at the buffet?
Like it was spread out around the, there was the coffee, the
and
drinks.
Did you see a lot of people take them?
Mike did. He's like, it's just like the fish oil pills. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't take those. They make me.
But
I don't like fish. So.
I'm not a huge fish person either. Okay, but then I did have some. We had there was one glorious sunny day, and we were in this little village, and beautiful hike to a waterfall. Some people did. Others listened to a little concert in a church that I think was really good. I didn't do that, but yeah, then we had some little time to wander around the village, and so Brian and I, one of my brother's friends, had lunch at a pub, and I had the cod that was baked with fennel. And so it was in foil. Oh my, it was so good. And I'm not a fish person.
Well, memorize that. Maybe you can make one.
And the baked potato. And then we decided maybe it was baked in lava, like a volcano.
Oh.
Because anyway,
well, I don't think
they did. But
I know, but I've seen some stuff where they've buried things where the water's really
probably you could
it's
find
really hot.
You could find that there. But anyway, it was fun. So we would go back. And I think it was a nice kind of laid back, kind of Montana vibe.
Yeah.
Just our pace of life here is not big giant city, and so I really we liked that. So yeah, I got a lot of knitting done also. I did decide to bring an Icelandic Wool project. So 2 sleeves are done. I am working on.
They fit me.
This
sleeves fit me.
Is a Diana Walla pattern. She is not Icelandic, but it's a beautiful. I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's called this.
Skogafall.
It's something. It's a sweater for exploring the forest, mountain, city, or sea by Diana Walla.
And that was you this trip.
Yep, that was me. I got a lot of that done, and then I started the body, and I've got, a really good start on that too. So.
Wow, you're going to have some cool sweaters done, I think, in a couple months.
It's not very summery here. What's up with that?
It was really nice Sunday.
Oh, good.
The one day it was nice. Darn it, I had my project that I was working on, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is super exciting, and I know we're going to hear tons more. So first, 2 weeks ago, Sue and I did a video, and we were talking about eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to say, follow-ups. We had a lot of people come in and had to show us their tattooed eyebrows. So I would say most of the people we heard from had tattooed eyebrows.
Okay.
And so I did a little bit of like investigating on how much it was going to cost, and I haven't actually talked to anybody. I just did like some cursory search, and then I realized I had some taupe colored eye makeup, so that is what I've been doing. Okay. So I think it's okay for now until. If I'm gonna make any decisions like that. So
I was thinking, I did actually at one point on the ship kind of look at some people. A lot of the people on the ship were, as you could imagine, a little bit older. So I was kind of looking at eyebrows once, and I couldn't really tell. Oh, so well, anyway,
and that might have been the crowd that was getting something done.
Right, you couldn't tell. Anyway, I saw some beautiful Icelandic hairstyles. Like
what would that be?
Well, so, the flight attendants, while the service was not amazing, they were, I do like watching, looking at people, and their uniforms were gorgeous, and when they were on and off the plane, they had these cool pillbox hats, and the females, most of the females that I saw were that classic, very blonde hair, pale blue eyes, and the one gal yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever we actually flew, she had her, I think they must have to do a bun or something. So the hair was totally off their face. And then hers was like parted on the side and pulled back and around. And then she had this big
braid
bun, like off to the side. I was trying to figure out how she did that.
Well, you should have asked her.
I know.
I'm sure she would have let you know.
I don't know. They were not. Yeah, but anyway.
Okay, then last week...
And also the Wi-Fi on our ship was really terrible, so I haven't even been able to watch the video from last week.
Okay, so last week, Sue, we dyed yarn.
I did get the gist of that.
Dr. Elizabeth Slofer, a.k.a. Zot, so she was channeling her inner lessons in chemistry. So she dyed yarn, and this is actually the results of it. This is the colors that she used, and then she dyed some extra stuff later. So our kids camp currently is sold out. So if you want to be on the waiting list, please let us know. It's possible someone could drop out, and if we had 6 people sign up on the waiting list, it's possible we could open another session. So this is the little bunny rabbit that you'll be making.
Cute.
So
they're going to have so much fun.
I think so too. And she's pondering doing some tie-dye in case they have extra time. Cute. So
very fun. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun week. I love the energy that kids bring to a place.
Lemon stuff. Oh, here they are.
Lemons. Okay.
If you signed up through us for the 4-day knit-along Marie Green's 4-day knit-along with the lemon spritz. Now you're not going to be able to see this very well, but these little lemon stitch markers were handmade right here in Billings by Fife Created. She's a local jewelry artist, and
they're so cute.
They're really cute. Now we don't have as many stitch markers as we have. There will be a few left over for sale. So we'll have these available for you.
Yay, those are gorgeous. Shayla, you did a great job.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, so what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about new yarn, or do you want to talk about a project?
Well, we also have sort of a giveaway, right?
Yeah.
So our friend Paul is releasing his Barbie scarf pattern.
Yep, it's called the Fashionista. And we have a sample right here. And it's beaded with the letter B. I wonder if he gave everybody an alphabet letter. So
I don't remember.
But this is the pattern, and it's just released, I guess. And do you have your phone close by?
No.
So there are some ways for you to win the prize.
Yeah,
you have to follow the Yarn Bar on Instagram, follow Paul on Instagram, and I think leave a comment on the post.
Right.
So there might be a couple other requirements, so you might want to look at that. But
and so we're going to be sending a random winner from that whole situation, and I think you have to go through Paul's Instagram or maybe ours.
Yeah, I think
both
you
of
can
ours.
leave it on ours too. So.
And he'll be handling the random number generator thing to pick the winner. And so then Yarn Bar will send whoever is the winner the little packet of seed beads, size, the glass beads, and then the yarn to
then
make
the pattern.
The scarf.
So
fun.
Hope you can do that.
Mm-hmm. And then, okay. And we're visiting with Paul too about, he's got some great ideas for some classes and workshops.
And I think, and so those will probably be in August. I'm thinking.
Late July into August.
Right.
So watch things, and we'll obviously talk about that. But he had some fun ideas.
I thought we could talk about this. Mm-hmm. So we got in these beautiful kits with a Noro yarn called Hanui Silk, and so it's New Zealand wool, but it has silk in it, and they're just fabulous. They're giant skeins. They're about 350, 60 yards each. And so what we did is, with our Barbie pink in mind, we paired this neon and neutral together for this beautiful Granny Smith. I keep saying that. It should be hot pink. I mean green. A Granny Square blanket. So we'll kind of give you the lowdown on how we did that. So we have these available. So
it's that neons and neutral concept.
Right.
That we've got, the book came out with La Bien-Aimée, and then the Lina people. So that I think, this is pretty neutral, but then you've got a very strong pop.
Yep, and it's really soft. So
the yarn is delightful.
Yeah, it really is. So
I think silk, the Reykjavik airport also is the only place I've ever seen yarn for sale.
Right.
And it was Lopi. Some of it was hand dyed too.
Oh,
so I didn't have time to find an actual yarn shop. Just
that would have been kind of cool,
would have
like
been
a
fun.
hand dyed.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
But I got some Lopi with some silk in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So anyway, so silk does enhance things quite nicely.
So
we've got a little sale going on too that actually started when I was gone.
Yeah. So this is just part of it. So the big wool is on sale 20%, and we have a really great selection. Last week I don't remember what day it was, but I asked our friend Nancy, because she'd already done this basket before. It's called the Starlight Basket. It's actually by Tony Lipsy.
Oh, it's cute.
So I thought it was darling and that it would look really cute with big wool. So we put some fun colors together, and she basically sent me the picture 2 hours later. So it's a pretty quick project. So, but a very useful project. So 20% off.
Big wool. Yeah, we've got other yarns that are 20% off.
We have many yarns on sale right now, and they're really like sweater worthy stuff. And we did kind of talk about that last week.
Okay.
We kind of went over some of those yarns.
Sweet. Fun.
But we actually got in some new yarn because it is getting to be that time of year. Yeah. And I'm going to let Sue talk about it.
Okay. Well, this yarn is from Spain, and they have a few other lines. We chose 2 of them. We've always wanted a nice fingering weight cotton wool blend, and they have this one that they worked with Ozetta.
Yep.
To come up with colors. And Ozetta is a designer. I think she lives in Oklahoma.
I just wonder what her ties are too. I have not really investigated that.
I don't even know what her first name is actually, but it's Haley.
Yeah, Haley. Yep, that's right.
So I guess I do. If you look at her Instagram, everything is just. I mean, it's neutral. It's I think really, really neutral. That's her preferred palette, and so. But you of course don't have to. You could knit her patterns in whatever color you wanted. But anywho. These colors that she worked with the Wool Dreamers company in Spain are
and one of these colors is actually her color.
Oh yeah, there's one called Ozetta.
This one's called 1985, which I think is Interesting.
Maybe that's when she was born.
Maybe. But that could be right, I guess.
Yeah, it could be.
What was I going to say?
Look at this one. Oh my God.
Is that it?
No.
Oh.
But this has, there's some pink in there.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's pretty.
That is a beautiful neutral. I don't know. You can't see it, but
our friend, one of the shop friends, Megan, actually kind of turned us on to this company because she had already knit a couple things out of it, and this in particular, which is called. Hi, how are you?
What is it called?
This is called the Miles Shirt Jacket.
Okay, it's like a shacket.
It's a shacket, just not plaid.
And Megan said that this was, it's been like her favorite thing to knit of everything she's a good knitter. She knits a lot. She's done a few of Rosetta's patterns.
No pilling on this.
But she didn't use this yarn. She used this.
Which is called...
What is it called?
It's called Manchalopi, but we keep calling it Manchego cheese. Manchego cheese. It's a cheese wheel, but I guess you call it a plate.
So this...
We'll figure it out. Yeah, it is. I think it might. So this and so
yeah. On a trip? No.
But now that you have had special instructions,
which I can't remember.
Oh, well.
Oh, this one has the pink in it too.
It does?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit. Yep.
So pretty.
That's not this one, no.
Wow.
Yeah, so you would just loosely take it off. You wouldn't take it from the center.
No.
You would take it from the outside.
Yeah,
and you
Megan
would do exactly
described
what she's doing.
She had it. She said it sat by her chair. She just pulls some off. If it breaks, you just work it in together. Needle felt or wet splice it if you want to. I don't think you need to. Just double it up.
Yeah,
and
once it's
in fact, I used
knit up.
some.
It's really strong.
Yeah.
So
I used some I worked it into my scrappy blanket, and something
some other
broke,
colors,
and it was fine. And white. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's
so
that.
And this like celery color.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
I think
kind
there's
of like that green. It's a. I don't know.
There's some nice shades of gray in there. We have a wheel of this that you can come in and try and play with if you want. This brown is beautiful.
We've already sold, it was kind of a rust orange. It's called Cadero. So,
that's a pretty green.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then here's another.
How high can you go here?
So when they first did this yarn, they only had the neutrals, like the grays and the taupes. And then
I feel like these are both fairly new, because I looked back on their Instagram when they introduced it, and it was just like, last year, really.
And then there's this, and it's very pretty.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So then they added the green, the pink, and then that orange, I think. Hello.
Hello.
It's really lightweight. So lightweight warmth.
Yeah, and this really does not weigh much at all. Whoa, towering timber. Yeah, and it's got really fun pockets. It has like kind of a curved side, which I think is really cool. And honestly, I mean, around here, seriously, shackets, it's the thing. Like people are wearing these all over the place. So this would be really fun to make. Yeah,
it would. No, I think it's nice
a little
construction.
oversized, longer.
Cute.
Yep. It does take 5 of these plates.
And then they're it's doubled up. I mean, you're knitting
you
it
knit
double.
it doubled up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And look how beautiful the neon and the neutral looks together.
That'd be cute.
I know.
It's cute. It'd be great with your plaid shirt.
Yeah, it really would.
Also, I just want to throw in, I think this kind of all natural, this is, you get a lightweight garment.
Great with the Felix?
I think it would be really nice for Felix. And I have to say, even though this was too big for me, I wore this quite a bit on this lightweight wool like
you don't feel like you're bulked up.
It's very warm, and if it's raining, perfect.
Right.
So, yay Lopi, yay all these
wool.
Natural, yay wool. Someone said, what's your favorite fiber, or what's your favorite yarn to knit with? I was sitting next to someone on the plane yesterday, and I'm like, wool. I mean, it's wool.
Yeah. It's good for everything.
Yeah. So I'm eager to try this cotton wool blend too.
And we do have a little, we have a sample of that too, if you'd like to try it.
Yeah.
Lovely. I think this t-shirt is very fun
pattern.
to do.
Yep. Looks
so,
like we've got someone standing outside.
All right. So anyway, that's the send off, and we'll see you later.
Happy Tuesday. Yes. Thank you all for watching and following us, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
We'll see you soon.